Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a good day. I know my posts have been kind of late lately. I've been working on so much editing and stuff the last few weeks and some other kind of mundane projects that weren't really worth filming. um, so they were more like indoor projects that I was kind of getting after, some reorganizing, some clean out stuff, and nothing that I deemed worth filming. But at least some things got done, so that was good. I need to get rolling on some of next week's videos, though. I do have the video that you guys will see on Friday done. Mike actually shot it on Sunday, I think it was, that he went and shot that. Or maybe it was, yeah, it was Sunday, because it was the day I took Frankie to go to find her homecoming dress. So he shot I guess you could call it a pre-deer season video of, kind of running some different brands and kinds of rounds through his deer rifle. So that'll be out on Friday. And found her dress. I did post it on our Facebook group page. So some people were asking about seeing the dress. So I did post the dress on there. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, go check out the 3 Mississippi Facebook group page. And go join it if you haven't joined it. But anyway, I did make the decision that I am going to New York next week. I'm super excited. I've never been to New York. It's going to be a super quick trip, so it's going to be kind of tiring. It's 2 hours for me to get to the airport from here, and then fly out, and then I think it's like I have one stopover, and I want to say it's like 6 hours and something of travel time there. So it's basically like an 8-hour day by the time you get the driving done, and then another, hour or so to get to your hotel afterwards. So it'd be kind of a long day, but that's all right. I know that, I'm not obviously a big city person. I don't like to go hang out in the city. I'm not obviously don't live in the city. It's not something that I've ever really, gravitated towards in that sense. However, when I was younger, a lot of my favorite movies took place in New York or on the East Coast. And so I always had this dream of going to New York. And when I was young, I always thought like, oh, I'll move to New York when I'm older. Because I just always thought it was so magical and glamorous. It was always like, people just walking down the street and like meeting people. And I don't know, I think the way that it was always shown in the movies, I just had this very idealistic view of it. And I know it's not like that, especially now. I will be careful. I will be safe. There is a chance that there's another YouTuber that I do know that will be going. So hoping I will find that out in the next day or so, because then I can maybe pal around with them a little bit and not have to go by myself everywhere. Which I'm okay with doing too. Maybe it's the only child in me, but like, I'm fine. You want to drop me off somewhere weird where I don't know anybody and I'll go eat dinner by myself and like figure out my life. I don't care. It's just not a thing to me. I know some people would be like, oh, I can travel by myself. It's so scary. It's this or that. And I'm like, I came into this world alone. I'll go out alone. Like it's not a big deal to me. I'm just used to being by myself, and I guess there's a certain level of only child independence that you have that you just don't even think about like, oh, I'm going by myself. It'd be nice to go with somebody just because I don't know my way around or whatever, but not that this person would really necessarily know their way around either, but there's strength in numbers, I guess. But, and I don't want to say who it is in case I didn't ask them if I could talk about it, and also don't know if they're going even yet. So, and I don't want them to feel any pressure one way or the other from the masses, as it were, I guess. But I'll touch base with them later and see if they're gonna make it, if they've decided or not yet. But I am looking forward to it. It's, like I said, quick trip. I'm going to be there the day before. Then there's the event, which I didn't even say what it was. So talking about New York. I'll fill you guys in because this is where I spill the beans. So Jackery, who we've worked with a few times as a sponsor, and they have some really nice, solar generators and power banks and things along those lines. They're unveiling, I guess, a new system, and they're hosting basically like a unveiling dinner, and they've invited different influencers and I guess people in that space to come to New York and check it out and be at this event and all of that. I actually don't have all that much information, if we're being honest. I have very little information. Like, I even asked, I was like, is it casual, formal, business casual? And she's like, business casual is fine. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know what's weird in New York. And then I was looking at the weather. I'm like, well, the weather will be a little colder than it is here those days that I'm there. But it shouldn't be too cold. So, so I can pack light, I guess. Although my one sweater that I'm bringing is bulky and it kind of took up half my suitcase. So I don't know, I might have to rethink that sweater. But so it's gonna be an interesting event. And I'm excited to go, just like I said, because I haven't ever been before. My hotel room is gonna be in Times Square, so I'll kind of be in the middle of everything because I figured might as well, if you're going to New York at the last minute, you might as well stay. And the event isn't that far from Times Square. So I'm like, well, might as well stay there. Might as well. I think as a kid too, I always thought that it was like, the Empire State Building and Central Park and Times Square and Rockefeller Center, that they were all in like right next to each other. And they're not that far from each other, if we're being honest. I think all of those are on Manhattan, or in Manhattan, but it's an island. I don't know, whatever. Really not familiar with it at all. Can you tell? Maybe some of you can school me, but I do. Those are kind of some of the things that I want to sort of check out, I guess, a little bit. Definitely want to see if I can make it. It's on the other side. If I can make it and get a peek at the Statue of Liberty, I may only just see that on the way, like flying in or flying out, and that's okay too. But because it might be too much of a trek to try to go and get back in time for everything. But that's okay. There's lots of other stuff to go see and do. Get some, real, New York deli for lunch one day, and find, a nice Italian restaurant. Not like a nice, but like a good family style Italian restaurant. My family's roots, I should say, are all in New York. So on my mom's side. So, all Italians that transplanted from, and Irish, though my great-grandmother, but they just all kind of percolated through there, and they lived in Long Island for a long time. And then my mom came out here when she was like 11, I think. But anyway, or came out here. Came out to California, I should say. Came out to California because of my grandfather's job. She didn't come out to Mississippi. Didn't mean to mislead you there. But anyway, so it's going to be an interesting, and it's quick, like it's happening next week. So it's just very like boom, boom, boom. So yeah, kind of last minute. But it's quick. I'll only be gone really 3 days, or really like 2.5, because I should be back by the evening of the 3rd day. So they don't have to fend for themselves for too long without me. They should be okay. but I'm always a little nervous when I leave, just because, you know, animals and them, and I don't know. I'm like, I know they're just gonna eat weird stuff when I'm gone, but Frankie's busy too. She's got her what you call it, her band stuff and practice and all that. So she stays pretty busy most of kind of the middle of the week. Sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is like her busy days, and then Fridays she's got games. So Monday is sort of her like only chill day, where she doesn't really have to be anywhere usually. So we'll see how they do. I think they'll be fine. They've been fine before when I've left. So, and it's a work trip, so it's one of the perks of YouTube, I guess, when you get to try new products or when they want you to go somewhere. And this is my first time being asked to go somewhere that they're like, hey, we'll pay for you to come out. Okay. I'll take a free trip. That's fine. So it is a quick turnaround. Like ideally, I'm like, if I could have swung it, I'm like, oh, it'd been nice to stay. I would love to have taken Frankie with me, but that's just not in the cards. And then she's got homecoming Saturday, and she has a practice all day Saturday, or most of the day Saturday. So when I pick her up from practice, we got to get her home and get her dolled up, and then I'm not sure if her friends are coming here to like help each other get ready and do pictures, or what they're doing yet. They haven't decided how they want to do all that, but we'll figure it out. Frankie has decided she's wearing Converse with her dress because she does not want to wear heels or have to go buy shoes or any of that. And I don't blame her, to be honest. If that's what kids are doing now, more power to them. Be comfortable. Half the time when you're at an event anyway where you're having to wear heels, look at all the weddings you go to where, once the music starts playing and they kind of get through the initial introductions and maybe like the first dance of the bride and groom, it's off to the races. All the women have their shoes off. They're walking around in their bare feet in the hotel hall. I'm like, I wouldn't want to be that girl. Like, I will wear my shoes. I don't like being barefoot, number one, which is like weird, I guess, but I don't like it. I always at least have socks on, and I wear house shoes, like all the time. Like I won't, if I get up from the couch to go to the kitchen, like I put my house shoes on. Usually my Crocs. In the winter, I have like fuzzy ones that I put on if I don't have socks on. So I just don't like to be barefoot. I don't know. It's like a weird thing I have. But yeah, if I live in flip-flops, go figure. I hate regular shoes. If I could live in flip-flops, unless it's really, really cold, then I like a good Ugg. And if I'm going, dancing or something, then you need your cowboy boots. But other than that, I have no use for high heels in my life at all. They're not comfortable. They hurt my back. And I never liked them. So there. But I do have a few pair just for like, I don't know, I guess emergencies. Like you never know. Like if you have to be somewhere, wear a certain thing, and you have to wear a heel, then at least I have that. They're really old though, so they still work, as far as I know. I haven't checked. I likely won't. But yeah, going to be a busy couple of days. I have a few things to do tomorrow to kind of get the house ready over the next 2 days for kind of getting ready to go on my trip. And I have a video I need to finish. Actually, I have 2 videos I need to finish filming and get out. One is much more of a priority than the other one, but I still need to like get them in the works, get them happening. So we'll see. But I definitely have some work to do. I don't want to say I slacked off this week because I still did a lot this week, but I didn't do as much like YouTube work, I guess, as I've done in the last like month and a half. I feel like the last month and a half, a lot of other things got put on the back burner because I was so busy with YouTube stuff that things got a little imbalanced. But, I think now I've got it kind of back under control, hopefully. But I do need to make sure I have everything lined up for video-wise for when I'm gone. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, getting everything done. But I've got a few days left, and I know I will be able to persevere and get it done. Got to take Frankie into town for youth here pretty soon, and then I know you guys are seeing this on Thursday, but you know, tonight we have our live with you. So if you hadn't hung out with us on the live, make sure you go back and check it out. Rumor has it Mike might join me tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Bunko's always, he'd be down to join me no matter what. Huh, Bunk? What are you doing? He's such a goofball. Don't choose violence. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gentle. Yeah, he's choosing violence. Yeah, we're choosing violence. Ow, it's my finger, bro. Stop. Stop. You're done. Thank you. Anyway, appreciate you guys. And I hope you're having a great end of your week. Hope the rest of the week went well. And as always, stay blessed and remember, safety's off.